Most productivity advice is kind of broken for a huge group of people. And you want to know why? Because it all assumes we think by writing. But what if that's not you? What if you're one of the many people who actually think by talking? It turns out there are 4 different types of verbal thinkers, and each one can use AI in a totally unique way to finally get their best ideas out. Stick with me, and I'll help you find out which type you are and how to turn it into your own secret superpower.
Does this sound familiar? You're with a friend explaining some brilliant idea, and it is just crystal clear. Everything connects. The logic is perfect. It just flows. But then, the second you sit down in front of a blank document to write it down, poof, nothing. Your brain just slams on the brakes. It's like all that genius just vanished into thin air. That feeling? It actually has a name, and trust me, so many of us deal with it. It's the blank page problem, and we're going to get into exactly what's going on here.
Okay, let's just get one thing straight right now. This has nothing to do with being lazy. It is not a discipline problem. What's really happening is a processing mismatch. Your brain is literally wired to generate ideas through speech, not through typing. So trying to force those half-formed ideas into a structured document before they're ready? Yeah, it's like trying to build a Lego set with no instructions. It just doesn't work. So let's totally flip the script here. The problem isn't you, it's the method. Most of the advice out there is built for writers. But what if you're not a writer? What if you're a verbal thinker?
So what does that even mean, a verbal processor? Well, it's pretty simple. It's someone whose ideas only start to make sense and become clear while they are speaking them out loud. See, it's not thinking first, then talking. It's thinking by talking. And once you really get that, you can finally build a system that works with your brain, not against it.
Okay, but this is where it gets really fascinating. Verbal thinker isn't just one big category. There are actually 4 common types, and I bet you're going to see a little bit of yourself in at least one of these. So let's dive in and find out which one sounds like you.
First up, let's talk about the explainer. This is that person who finds total clarity by teaching or explaining something to someone else. You definitely have this friend, the one you call when you're stuck, because you know that just by them explaining the problem back to you, they'll figure out the solution themselves.
For explainers, the very act of talking something through is what creates the logic and structure. It's like it just appears out of thin air. So the AI workflow is just beautiful. You just open up voice mode, pretend you're explaining your idea to the AI, and then just say, hey, turn this into some structured notes for me. Done. Okay, on to our second type. This one is all about speed and quantity. Meet the idea generator. The idea generator's brain is basically a popcorn machine for concepts. New ideas, new angles, new possibilities are just constantly popping off. The problem isn't creativity, no way. The problem is catching all those ideas before they just disappear. And that's where voice AI is an absolute game changer. You just talk freely, get it all down, and then you can ask the AI to sort that beautiful mess into themes or opportunities or even a list of next steps. Now, our third type is the person who's a master at seeing the big picture. This is the pattern spotter. They're the one who just naturally connects the dots out loud. Pattern spotters make sense of complexity by talking through the connections that they see. They're amazing at strategy, at systems design, business analysis, all because they can articulate these huge underlying patterns as they're observing them. For them, using voice AI is like building a mind map with your voice. And when they're done, they can just ask the AI to turn all those brilliant observations into actual concrete frameworks. And that brings us to our fourth and final type, and this one might just be the purest form of verbal thinking. This is the external processor. Now pay close attention here because this is the absolute key for this type. For them, talking is not about communication. It is the processing. Their thoughts literally do not exist in a clear form until they have been spoken out loud. If you tell them to write it down first, they're completely stuck. But if you just let them talk for 5 minutes, suddenly, everything clicks. For an external processor, voice AI acts like a thinking mirror. You speak your tangled thoughts into it, it reflects them back to you perfectly organized, and bam, instant clarity. Okay, so by now, you've probably started to recognize yourself in one of those types. And the best part is, it doesn't matter which one you are, because the actual AI workflow to get started is so simple. Let's walk through exactly how you can put this to work, like today. It's really just 3 easy steps. Step 1, open up whatever AI tool you like and hit that little voice mode button. Step 2, just talk. Ramble, go on tangents, just get your idea out for 5 or 10 minutes. Don't edit yourself, don't worry about structure, just flow. And then step 3, just ask the AI, organize everything I just said. And just like that, you've completely skipped the horror of the blank page. You're not starting from scratch anymore, you're just editing. And that, right there, changes everything.
So, what can you actually do with this? Now that you know your superpower, let's talk about a super simple 5-minute experiment you can try the second this is over.
I mean, seriously, the possibilities here are endless. You can use this for planning projects, organizing that new business idea, outlining content, writing proposals, structuring notes from a meeting, even building digital products. The goal isn't to get a perfect final draft. The goal is to just get rid of the friction between that brilliant brain of yours and the page.
So here is your challenge. I want you to try this today. Find your favorite AI tool, turn on voice mode, pick that one idea that's been knocking around in your head for weeks, and just talk about it for 5 minutes straight. Then hand it off to the AI and just ask it to organize your thoughts.
Seriously, just try it. If you are a verbal thinker, I promise you, you will be absolutely stunned by the clarity that comes back at you. It feels like a magic trick. So go on, give it a shot. And hey, if you want to see the exact AI tools we love to use for this, just click the link in bio.